Okay, today we're going to talk about one of the truly amazing stories in the history of the world, and it's found right in the Bible in the book of Exodus. And it talks about Moses and the Israelites fleeing from the Egyptians and what happens when they come across the Red Sea. They're leaving Egypt right now. The Egyptians are right behind them, chasing after them, and they come across the Red Sea and they have to get across. So what I want you to do right now is to pause the video, read this story, and answer these few questions. And when you're done, press play. But I want you to see what God does with Moses and the Israelites in this story. Ready? Pause the video now. Okay, the Israelites were faced against an impossible odds there. They had to cross over the Red Sea, and there was no bridge there. There was nothing there for them to cross over until God came through once again. And God told Moses, when things seemed impossible, to raise his hands. And as he raised his hands with his staff, that the sea would part and that the Israelites were able to cross over the Red Sea, unharmed whatsoever. They were all able to get across. And the Egyptians, they weren't so lucky. In fact, when the Israelites got through and the Egyptians started crossing over, the sea collapsed on them. But the Israelites were completely safe. And against impossible odds, God came through once again. And this really brings up what our bottom line is all about today, is that you can do what you should even when things seemed impossible. Things seemed impossible here. It really looked really impossible. But guess what? God came through. And even when it seemed impossible, Moses still did what he should. And he was to listen to God, okay, and obey God. And he raised his hands as God told him to. And the people were able to cross through. Hey, when things seem impossible in your life, we need to be obedient to God. We need to be courageous, as we've been talking about all month long. Be obedient to God and do what we should, which is to follow the Lord's leading. So I want to encourage you today that when things seem impossible, seek after God. Trust Him. Be courageous in your trust of God and see where He leads you through. He will lead you through each situation, even against impossible odds. And this is the perfect place to bring up our Bible verse that we've been looking at all month long. It's Joshua 1:9. Be strong and brave. Do not be afraid. Do not lose hope. I am the Lord your God. I will be with you everywhere you go. God is with us everywhere we go. And against impossible odds, God will still provide for us and still provide us a way to get through every situation. So again, any impossible situation or any situation, put your trust in God, seek after Him, and do what you should, and God will help you through it. All right, everyone. Well, I hope you have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you next time as we talk about another courageous story.